Hey everybody, welcome back to another recap of 90 Day Fiancé the other way. This could have been an email.
Yeah, yeah. This could have been
Um,
a story post.
yeah, it really could have. Um, but let us begin. Let's start with Sean and Joanne because nothing happened there.
Not a single thing. Well, and they called the whole episode Donna Mia. Which,
Yeah,
listen, is she a force? Yes. Does Matt
yes,
Sharp know how to find the mothers? Yes.
yeah.
Um,
That's what he's good at.
but they didn't need. Let's have an honest conversation.
Hmm.
Y'all know y'all dragging this, right? Y'all know y'all are dragging this to the point where you will literally put somebody's storyline in here for 0.2 seconds just for the sake
Hmm.
of filling the content. It used to be
Hmm.
where you all had recaps and foreshadowings all through the episode unnecessarily. Cool, you cut that down some, right? Some. If you feel like you're not finding the people that you need, you all have 100 iterations of this show. Don't half-ass us. This used to be the best iteration of 90 Day.
Yeah,
What happened? This is a fast decline.
yeah.
Y'all crashed.
Yeah, what happened? What's going on? Let's have a dialogue.
Yeah, Sharp
Like,
Entertainment. We're
and
here to talk.
and I get like you put all your energy in before the 90 day. I get
So
that.
we see.
We get that. However, you gotta spread you can't put all your peanut butter on one sandwich. You know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah,
spread it
then
out.
your
Like
mouth sticks together. It's a problem.
exactly,
So,
exactly. You gotta spread that shit out.
but
But
yeah, Sean and Joanne and Donna Mia.
yeah, nothing happened. They go. Everybody's at home, um, and they schedule a FaceTime call with
Uh huh.
Donna.
Uh huh.
And this is the first time that Sean is going to have any type of meeting with Joanne's mother.
Right. And remember, Donna said
Um,
initially she not
mhm.
going out of her way to meet this
Yeah,
nigga, and
and
rightfully
mood.
so. Yeah.
Especially if you gonna sneak around and be married for 2 years or whatever the fuck. Like, no, fuck you. I'm not
And knowing
going.
each other before that. So
Right.
I'm gonna sit right here in this
Right.
lazy boy, and y'all can call me on my
Mhm.
Samsung.
Exactly. So,
Mm-hmm.
Donna's kind of like, because she's kind of like, well, what can I do, honestly? So she's kind of herself. She's not as combative, but, she does let us know, or, you know, along with Joanne, that the eldest child has gone dark. He does not communicate with his mother. He barely talked to his nana like that,
Mm-hmm.
because
He's in a
he's
place.
going through. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's going through,
Mm-hmm.
and rightfully so. Like, she
Mm-hmm.
thought it was gonna be smooth over, like when they had that fake talk at the foot of his bed where he was packing like a whole 5 days before he was about to go,
Right, with his
and
suitcase on the sheets.
yeah, it's just like you can imagine. He got home and got settled and quiet to himself, and was like, "Now wait a fucking minute." Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That the math equation started just.
They-
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And they're still touting this message. We don't know how this is gonna work. We don't know how this is gonna work. We don't know how this is gonna work. We're
we
still
should have
figuring
thought
it
about
out.
this before. We should have thought about this
Right.
before.
And Donna's like, it's a little too late.
Yeah.
So figure it the fuck out.
Yeah. Should have get off the pot.
Exactly. And that was them.
Hmm.
Um, we can even move on to Josh and Lily because that wasn't. It was juicy, but
That was
it was brief.
concentrated.
Yes,
Was it
it
espresso
was.
shot?
It was effective. Yes, that was effective.
The Viv is I was like, Mama, thank you for coming and putting some hot chili crisp on this storyline, because I was sick of it. I was ready for this.
Snooze
Oh
fest.
my God, get rid of him. So the Viv and her mother go to the night market. This is the next day following the dinner from the night before, in which, remember, that was the first time that the Viv and Lena Dunham met. So, and she hated him because of, she hated him
He
because
does look like Lena Dunham.
he looks like Lena Dunham. Girls. So, it's the first time they're meeting, and she hated him. She hated him before that because he was creeping with a Vietnamese lady. And while it hasn't been said, she knows he got an Asian fetish. Real problematic. So she's asking her mother the hard-hitting questions. Girl, you're getting married tomorrow. And her mother's like, well, technically we already married, but yeah. She's like, okay. Well, I don't like how all that went down. I came to ask questions, but I didn't get answers. And Lily is low-key making excuses for him, even though she is also acknowledging that she hated how everything went down, and him pointing his fingers at her when he's really the guilty one was a problem.
She's very much Portia in this situation. Like, Cordella's not perfect by far.
Exactly. That's when I watched it. Yes,
Yeah.
I understand those references. But now when she started getting to the hot dog man business and all of that, I don't know nothing about none of that. I watched it when Portia still thought the Underground Railroad had a choo-choo. So anyway, wrong show.
The golden era.
Yeah, the golden era. Lisa Wu. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that progressed a little. We got Portia and I was skeptical. And anyway, again, wrong show. So we find out that Jared, Lena Dunham's brother, hit Lily, like texts her and said, so just so you know, like, he feels so bad. We had a talk and he feels so bad for the way that he acted and projected and so forth and so on. And me and the Viv, and I know you and most of everybody watching this was like, why the
Chris
fuck
Rogers
is he
too.
talking to Jared?
Chris Rogers paused it. He was like, well, is Jared her husband? I was like, no, it's the other one with the beard. So he was like, are they creeping with one another? I was like, well, I've had that thought too.
Yeah,
but I don't think because Lily
Jared
is
don't
my
want all of
true
this.
love.
He don't want all of this. And Lily is loyal.
Yeah, Lily is stupid in love.
Yes.
She's drunk in love.
So why are you texting you now? And that also pinged me to say, okay, while Jared has been effective and he does hold his brother accountable, he also is a bit of a problem as to why he acts the way that he does. Because you even texting her and not telling your brother, don't talk to me about you need to go hit her. That gave me some in the back of my mind. But the Viv breaks out and asks her mother, she's like, all right, when's the last time y'all fucked? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
And she's like, 7 months, girl. It's been 7 months. She said, your hymen is about to grow back at this rate. What are you doing?
Hollered.
Why the fuck? I hollered too. And me and Lily did the same thing. I was like, hollered. But she's like, what are you doing? She's like, well, we married already. She's like, girl, okay, so don't do it twice. Like, what? So I feel like they're still going to go through with it. They're still going to stupidly be together until they hit the hard block where he realizes that he's bored and he can't be bored for eternity in China because he can't work.
Bingo. I did laugh at them having a Chinese proverb off towards each other.
Yes.
She said, the Viv said, well, there's an old Chinese proverb. And then Lily was like, yes, queen, but there is another Chinese proverb that said.
She's like, but mother, if you go deeper into the forest, there's a proverb here that says, your hymen will grow back if it's not getting fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. They had it was a
I enjoy their interactions. Like, Lily got on my nerves, but seeing her with her daughter, I'm like, I enjoy your interaction. Now, your daughter is a bitch, but rightfully so.
Yeah, Lily needs somebody to bring her back to earth.
Somebody needs a spine to hold everybody up.
Yeah, because she's so just soap opera and love and my one true love and, blah, blah, blah. And where the Viv is like, all right, listen here.
Right.
And also she's an actress, so she knows niggas in wherever
Mm-hmm.
their Hollywood is
Mm-hmm.
fucked up, and she knows she got an owl. She got to watch.
She do. And also, they're bad influences on one another too, though, because they
Mm.
both be bleaching.
Yeah, yeah, but
Mm-hmm. White
skin.
supremacy.
Yeah, yeah. Um, who do you want to end with?
Let's. mm.
Yeah.
You know what? The Neanderthal. Is that the wrong word?
No.
I was. That's proper, right?
No.
That's proper.
Yeah.
That's proper.
Yeah. We can. Yeah. Cro-Magnon. Whatever.
It's YouTube.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Homo
know. We
habilis.
see what we like. No, we know what we. No, get out of
Homo
here.
erectus.
The Viking.
Yeah. Viking.
We can end with them. Let's go to James and Tatha.
Okay. So we have an evil sister on the loose. I guess that was the theme.
Sorry.
So we have an evil sister on the loose.
Oh.
That's the theme. So the wedding is tomorrow, and so everybody's coming into town. She takes him to eat durian, and as soon as she said that, I was like, "Oh, she's setting him up. That's nasty." I was like, I'll be American here. Durian is nasty. I could not get jiggy with that. I had it in Brooklyn once because they used to sell it. Well, they sell it everywhere
at the
in Brooklyn.
Korean markets. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, it's durian. I'm thinking breadfruit. Blah blah blah. It smells. It tastes and smells bad. That's what I'll go with that. Yeah, it's very bad. It's funky.
It's pungent. It's a pungent smell.
It's funky. Yes, it's very funky. Not like how really stinky cheese is actually quite tasty, but like
No, it tastes
this
like it
is
smells.
not. Yeah, it tastes like it smells like. Yeah, like feet. Yeah, that's a compliment.
Like Subway
like
sandwiches.
yeah.
Disgusting.
So
How does your bread bacon stink? That's so crazy. Like, how do you smell
it
up
smells
the
like
joint
body odor
by baking
Like, that's so
bread? I have
crazy to me.
never like bread do not smell like that.
Yeah, like I've never known why that bread smells like body odor.
Oh my
like,
God,
it
it
smells
permeates
like
the everything.
gym.
It does.
Like it smells like the gym.
I told you
it's
guys
the gym mat.
there used to be this tunnel, LOL, by my old job. One of my old jobs years ago, and there was a Subway in that tunnel. And every time I walk by it, I'm like, I don't want to eat lunch anymore. Like it would permeate the whole area because it was indoors at that. I also that's when I first realized I was like, Subway fucking
It
stinks.
smells. Yeah, and mind you, I used to eat Subway often because New York, but like
Better deli sandwiches, friend. Better deli
I know, but like
sandwiches.
when I was in the Bronx, it was easier. It was convenient $5. Anyway,
I get it.
whatever.
No,
I
I
used
know
to eat
$5
Subway
foot
a lot.
long. I get it. I get.
But like it was still a dicey situation.
If it wasn't
But
a
it's
deli
so funny.
sandwich for me, it was Quiznos. I was like, I can't fuck with a Subway.
I've just found out Quiznos. There's a Quiznos near me,
Wait, how many locations exist?
and I did not realize. Like I passed by it all the time. Well, not all the time, but when I go over there, I'm like, oh, there is one over there. Is the one on 34th Street still open?
I think they closed.
Because I used to be.
Ours.
Because I used to sneak my chicken carbonara sub into the movie theater next door.
Because when Quiznos came out with those, I said their sandwiches are hot, and that is elite.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is elite.
It
That
changed
is
the
elite.
game.
It really did. It would go through that fucking conveyor belt, and I'd be like, I cannot wait to see how this sandwich looks at the end of this. Then they have the flatbread salads. Quiznos was so
This
much
is why
better
we
than
need
Subway.
we need to do a part 2 for that food thing, because there's like sandwich shops like how Potbelly. I really enjoy Potbelly, and I'm mad that we don't have Potbelly here.
Oh, we
But
have
we have-
one. I went to Potbelly the day that El Chapo was in jail in Brooklyn, actually. Yep, because I used to work in Zumbo, and so there's a Potbelly downtown Brooklyn. You just cross over, you cross the courthouse and all of that. So me and Alex, if you all want to know who Alex is, go watch
Oh,
P Grow Niggas
from
in the by the sea.
oh Alex from Martha's Vineyard on
Yeah,
Bravo or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So, and I he's like my little brother. I'll tell him. I call it
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, me and Alex are going to get our potbelly sandwiches. A hot Italian is what I would like, with a bag of kettle chips, occasionally a cookie, but not always. Anyway, oil and vinegar, hot peppercini. Oh, anyway, so we're walking and it's like Homeland Security all over the place and helicopters and all kinds of shit. And we have to cross in front of, so we're like, what the fuck is going on out here? I mean, and they're casual, but they are Homeland Security. So so I finally just asked him, I don't talk to no police, but my curiosity got the best of me. What the fuck is going on? El Chapo. And I was like, ah! And then I went on to go pick up my hot Italian.
That's all you could do. Like, oh shit. Okay,
That was like, that
well,
makes sense for the helicopters and all the, because that nigga did escape
Yeah.
before. And I low-key
Yeah,
was
with
like,
ease.
do it again, King. But
Whack her again.
I was like, if he gets out of this shit, he is king royalty.
But still, he was supplying jugs to the masses, and that's not
Are the
good.
only Quiznos in Colorado now? In Wyoming.
There's got to be. Maybe that's the one that's closest to you, because I would definitely know that there's one near closer to me.
Oh, Maryland. Maryland
see.
is Maryland. In Ontario, in Canada. Anyway.
Fast food in Canada is nasty, but we'll talk about that another day. Her sister's coming. All the family's coming into town, and whatnot for this wedding. And Tatha has a sister that she was super close to, that she thinks that is like her bestie, but I think it was more so out of circumstance than anything else, but that she was closest to. But
Age.
yeah, and age and sleeping arrangements. But she was like, basically, her sister has a weird emotional attachment to her other sister. And so, like, Tata's sister created a lie, a rumor.
Terrible one at that.
Yeah. To break them up, because she didn't want this white man to take her sister away from her, because she couldn't fathom and understand that how you meet somebody on Instagram and then all of a sudden you just leave me.
I forgot they were on Instagram.
Quickly. Now, I want to know how quickly they got together and got married, because in my head it had to be at least a year or so.
I would
it couldn't have
imagine
been
it
that
wasn't that right. The attachment she has to her family, I don't think it was.
Yeah, I just think her sister is a weirdo and has a boundary issue. Like, yes, I wouldn't trust James because he's a white man in general.
Yeah,
However,
he got that calcium deficiency on his teeth.
Yes, however, you didn't have to go outright to like spread a lie to disparage him and say he.
This lady told her, because remember, we see how their family is. This lady told their father to keep her from going to the States. I have a friend in the U.S. who knows him, and my friend told me that he's not good to women.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, their father hears that about his youngest child out of 15, and everybody's going to spawn a nuke. She can't go to this foreign outlaw land where guns are abound with this white man who beats on what the hell? So
Yeah.
they had to put Angel, ironically named, on ice for a year once she actually did go to the States, which was very hard because when she talks about how they grew up, like you mentioned, I mean, it was closer. Like, they were legit bestie. She's like, we slept together, we showered together, we played together, we did everything together. She's like, that was like, it's like they were twins. They're probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they're Irish twins. They're not Project Twins, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're Irish twins. So they were very, very close. But Angel, Angel comes. It's a very emotional reunion. It's very Celie and Nettie. You know what I'm saying? And he's just standing back like the awkward white man he is with his calcium deficiency. And then Angel, finally after all the love and the hugs, Angel's like, and James is like, even though he's not wrong in this situation. And he finally brings up the awkwardness and the discomfort of everything that happened. And Angel's like, yeah, that was wrong. But I still don't trust you though, so I don't know what to tell you. He's like, how do you not trust me, girl? It's been 3 years. Like, is your sister good? Like, what is
Right.
the
And you don't
fucking
know
problem? You don't know
Right.
me. And Tatha has not told her sister she's moving back because she doesn't want a bunch of chaos and outside influence. James is concerned that now that Angel is here, because she lives many hours away, now
In
that
Bali.
she's here, she's going to find out that, oh, well, they think about moving back. Well, he can go, but she can stay. And she showed that. Because where I did agree with Angel is when she said, oh, y'all. So Tatha tells her, you would think she would be rejoicing, but she's like, for what?
Yeah.
What you going to do here? And valid question also. They're not holding their sister's feet to the fire enough either. Like, girl, you don't want this man needs to learn Indonesian, but what's the actual plan? Like, this is your homeland, so you have to help front run to figure out what a plan is going to be if you're going to insist that we stay in this place. And I don't never be on the side of no man. I'm still not on the side of this calcium deficiency. But
No, but she has home court advantage.
yeah, very much so.
And
So
you
that comes with a
you
little
are
responsibility.
right, and she's very much like my health is at risk and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, if that's contingent and hanging on you staying here, which I also think is psychological. But I feel like if that's all contingent on you staying here, then you need to facilitate or make. I'm not saying you need to do everything,
No,
but you
not at
do
all.
need to make a concerted effort to a put yourself in his shoes just a little bit to see the frustration that he's feeling and to make this a little bit easier.
And also put yourself in your shoes, bitch. You are literally about to
Yeah.
fuck up your own livelihood. I mean, listen, your parents are never going to let you be without, but you're about to fuck up your own shit with no plan because you're insistent upon this. I do think it was a little bit psychological. I think it was environmental too, because our food is
Yeah.
pure trash. And
Yes.
she's not used to that. Like, they're picking they're watering their basil, they're eating their durian fruit that they dug from wherever the fuck. So I think it was very much like America has a problem. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see what
Well,
the wedding is happening. We saw the preview, so, and they look miserable, so we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. So last but not least, Corona and Ingi. We open with a trip to the Museum of Dick.
One of the
They go to
ugliest
a
things ever made.
yeah, they go to a dick museum.
Yeah.
It is exactly what it is. They had all types of dicks, like fish dicks, whale dicks, kangaroo dicks, dog
Jimi Hendrix
dicks.
dick.
Yeah, all types of dicks,
Yeah.
just here, there, and everywhere. And she's
It was
kicking
a
it
sea
with her
of dicks.
Yeah, it was a sea of dicks, if you will. Yeah. Um, you know,
That brought me too much joy.
so she's with her home days, because I assume she only hangs with queer people. Uh, you know what I mean? Just because she's a
States,
political
yes.
type
Here, I
of,
don't
you know
know.
what I mean?
I think she hangs with
Yeah.
what these white women would be considered liberals here,
Oh, okay.
not leftists. I think she's
Okay.
more leftist. Maybe.
Corona?
don't
Corona's
know.
a raging liberal.
You think she's a raging liberal or she's a leftist?
I think she is a raging liberal. She is.
What's the
There
difference?
is
Why? You think
nothing-
she still votes blue?
No, I think she's a raging liberal in the sense of that she. A part of what she's not saying here in this thing is that, like, she wants to leave America.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I do think that, and she knows that she can do better. And so, which is why she frustrates me so, right? Because, and I'm like, maybe she thought she could easily bulldoze this white man into like,
Yes, I also think she hmm I think she thought having this docile presenting white man is going to be a big switch up because she mentions to us that she has a toxic dating past. Like she's used to dating terrible people. So I think she met him and thought he's so nice, so kind. I can mold him into like the other things that I want, but I need that switch up in my life. That's just my own. I think that's just my own, you
fair,
know.
fair. But yeah, I don't. I think, if anything, I do think she's on. She's mainly on the right side of things for the most part. I'll say
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
but she's kicking it with her home days, and you know, she has found community with a couple white girls there, right? And so they sit down and they're asking her about Inky and the relationship. She's like, yeah, it's cool, but we're not really fucking right now
Yeah.
because apparently he broke his dick the last time she was there.
Okay.
Um, I I don't want to know what type of
I was gonna
outlaw.
ask you actually. I was like, so
No.
this is one where I will defer. Like, have you
Now I've
ever?
watched. I have, knock on wood, I have not. The only sex injury I've suffered was a Charlie horse, but
Oh,
that's
those are the
common.
worst. Yeah, those are the
Yeah, that's. But other than that, like, no, I have not suffered a sex related injury. I have seen people spraying their dicks and shit on like emergency or sex emergency on TLC. Um, but
I've
other
heard
than
of
that,
people masturbating too much and bruising.
oh yeah,
I've but
yes.
I was like, well, does she bruise it? Like, I need more. I need more. I need
And
a
I
medical
also,
professional.
because I'm also like, I can't imagine. Ooh, this TMI. I'm just trying to figure out what did y'all do, and how big is he for him to have broken it? If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if it's not a substantial size, then how can it break? You know what I mean? But hey, that's
Yeah.
just me.
I would hope. I don't know
Yeah.
nothing about what. I don't know nothing about how
I
they're built because
I
I don't. I've never. I don't know. But I would hope. I just would hope personally in my soul that somebody that large is not walking around, with a lip glass container. I just. But
it
But it
happens,
happens. It does
you
happen
know. But hey,
because
um,
short niggas sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
You're like, what?
Tripod.
Where is it? They're like, my
Yeah,
pants have 3 legs.
yeah. That's
Three
crazy.
leg holes.
So, they get to a conversation about being exclusive, and he has made jokes about like not having her on his social media because he wants to keep his options open.
Mm-hmm.
And in his head, he thinks that's funny,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of not.
Mm-hmm.
So her homegirls finally come clean after spending all day with her.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, hey, bitch, well, when did y'all become official? She was like, it's been a minute, why? She was like, when? Like, well, that she tells them when, and they're like, ooh, well, girl, we've seen him out. It's a small town, and he looks a certain way, so we gonna see him out, and he was just talking to other women, and so Corona's like, talking, huh? Like, what do you mean? Like, give me the deets, and they were like, no, just talking, maybe, but nothing, just talking.
No canoodling.
Right.
We ain't seen nothing like that. But
Mm-mm.
they
Yeah.
was chatty.
Mm-hmm. And so, she's like, okay, I can handle it, but she let it go in front of them, right? but she's clearly bothered by it. So,
By the way, she was cutting that
um,
penis waffle.
right. So she ends up bringing it up to him later on while they're out and about on a little hanging out at a bar or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she casually talks about it to him, and he was like, "Well, yeah, I talk to people." And then he gets increasingly defensive.
And squirrely.
Like, is squirrely? He was like, "Well, what do you mean? What did they say? Like, was I out? Was I making out with somebody? Like, what do you mean? Where did they see me? When?" And she was like, "Well, I was just bringing it up to you that you just said that you was talking and that you just talked to people while you were out." And she was like, "Yeah, that's what I do.
Ooh,
But
and then
I don't like when people lie on
the
me."
line. I've never given you any reason to not trust me.
Yeah.
Now, do I think he's doing anything? Maybe. I don't put anything past men, and especially white men. And also, you are not. This nigga would never joke with me about keeping his options open.
No.
And I moved
because
there
how dare you?
and give up all my livelihood and all my hard work and everything I'm doing for this nigga to tell me he's keeping his options open? That pissed me the fuck off. I'm like, girl, you're pissing me the fuck off. Because her white friends asked her, is this worth it? Is you losing all of your hard work and 2 times applying to where the fuck, Penn State or wherever, Johns Hopkins, I don't know, one of those for the midwifery program? Like, is this nigga really worth all of that? And she's like, yeah, I think he is. She's pissing me the fuck off because she knows better. And you doing it behind this Viking.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Marriage comes up, and he flat out says to us and to her, you know, like, I've never seen white men espouse like nigga logic before, but that was interesting to watch because he was just like, well, why do we have to get married? Like, it's a piece of paper. You know, my love doesn't need to be defined by marriage. And he tells Corona, like, yeah, we don't have to. Like, my friends, you know, 8-9 years, nobody's engaged in anything. And she was like, but your parents are engaged, your brother's engaged. He was like, yeah, for functional reasons. And she was like, functional, practical. What does that mean? He was like, you know, just in case somebody dies or something. And so she's like, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, she started realizing that everything is falling to shit that she planned in her life to be, and so she needs to go home.
Yeah, she needs to go home. She needs to go home because also on top of that, on top of his penis being broken, on top of this Viking telling you he's keeping his options open, being squirrely with you, you adjusting your whole life. This nigga's not giving up no top. So we not fucking and you not giving up no top. And you don't even tell me my outfit looks nice. Go to whatever y'all's version of hell is, cause I can't.
Right.
I won't. For the first time, she's second guessing what she's doing there. I don't know why this is the first. I don't know why this is the first time that's happening, but I hope she goes home.
Me too. Well, that's it for y'all in this episode for 90 Day. Hopefully they wrap this up. Well, obviously we know this is going to episode 20. So until next time, friends. Bye.